We are Andrew and Sarah, and back in December, we traveled internationally with our daughters, Haley and Delaney, for the first time. We started our trip with 2 days in Paris to explore all of the sights, and in this video, we are traveling to our next stop of Metz, France for all the Christmas market fun. So come along with us as we navigate the European train system and explore this next stop on our vacation. After 2 magical and action-packed days in Paris, it was time to pack up all of our things and head out to our next destination. From the time we decided to take this trip and realized we would be in Europe during the Christmas season, visiting the European Christmas markets became our top priority. We had spent 2 days at the Tuileries Gardens market in Paris, and our next stop was to a small town about an hour and a half east of Paris called Metz. Now, our original plan was to stop in Strasbourg, France to experience the Christmas capital of Europe, but when we went to book our Airbnb, the prices were astronomical, so after some frantic Google searching, we found Metz. Metz is a much smaller town than Paris with a population of 117,492 compared to Paris's almost 2.2 million, but still had so much to offer with their Christmas markets, and we were so excited to visit a place that is not usually on people's bucket lists for France. Our day started out in Paris by requesting a ride through a car service app to take us to the train station. This service also provided a booster seat for Haley, which was a big bonus. We rode through the city and said goodbye to all the sights before arriving at the Gare de l'Est train station and ready to tackle our first day of traveling with all of our luggage, baby gear, and children in tow. We had arrived with plenty of time, and once our train arrived, we had no problem finding and boarding our train. This was such a fun experience because it was the first train ride for both girls, and it was also so nice to be able to just sit and relax for an hour after all of our running around over the past few days. Once we arrived in Metz, we had gathered up all of our belongings and started making our way through the city towards our Airbnb. Okay, we have arrived in Metz. Sweet tea. We had the most hilarious conversation with our Airbnb host. I was pretty sure she was not going to speak any English based off of all of our messages in Airbnb. I was correct. We were just pulled off on the side of the road as we were walking towards the apartment, and I had Andrew's phone with Google Translate open, and I would speak something in English, and then it would spit it out in French, and I would play it on loud.
She would laugh.
and we were both just laughing, like, well, us and the Airbnb hostess, we were just all laughing because we knew
both sides thought this was absolutely hilarious.
We couldn't figure it out, but we
thank God Google Translate.
We did eventually find out that we have about 30 minutes to wait for our apartment to be done being cleaned, which is awesome because
it's like 12 minutes from now.
Check-in was supposed to be at 3, so the fact that it's open now at 12:15 is really nice. So we are just kind of chilling on the streets. Letting Sweet Tea take a nap, and Haley's got herself some goldfish. She's all bundled up down there, so hopefully we can get in and get these obnoxiously heavy backpacks off, and we can go explore this super cute town. So cute.
Dash around.
Yeah, we're gonna go dash around. After stumbling through some more Google Translate as our host gave us a tour of our apartment, we were finally able to settle in and explore this beautiful new space where we would be staying.
This place is wild. So we come in at the front door. Across the hall is the shower, bathroom, washing, and the toilet. They're in separate rooms. And I guess we'll start this way. So then we walk down this hall. Here's one room. Oh, also, in case I haven't shown this yet, no sleeping baby. Now we go across the hall from this bedroom, and there is a whole sitting room. And we go through this way into the kitchen. Our alleyway view out here. And there's this little tiny room. I think we're going to end up putting Delaney in here. This is going to be Haley's room. It's a perfect size bed for her. And they even have a pack and play for us for Delaney, so we'll put her in there. And then this room leads into another bedroom, and that room out there is that small room that didn't have anything in it. And Haley's giving Gracie a tour while I'm giving you a tour. And then we walk out this door to, oh, hello.
Hi.
Yet another,
My study.
another sitting room, study, piano, more musical instruments. And then right back through here is the entryway where we started. But yeah, it's a nice setup for tonight. Delaney loves it. And I think we're gonna just get settled here for a few minutes and then go out and explore the town. Also, it is much colder here than it has been the rest of the trip, so gonna have to make sure we're super bundled up today. All right, we have ventured out of our giant apartment and we are here at the Christmas market in Metz. And they're actually, I feel like they weren't playing Christmas music at the ones yesterday, but we've got some lovely instrumental Christmas music in the background.
I feel like I'm at a better Busch Gardens right now.
And we're all bundled up. Hi.
Can't put my arms down.
And we got a cheese pretzel to start off with for a little snack. And I think we're starving, so we're gonna go
Eat some more.
Yeah, eat some more, check out some more food stalls, and see what else Metz has to offer.
But we didn't make it too much farther before stumbling upon another carousel, and Haley had to go for another ride. Then we found a table and got our Weinschad and Chocolatschad, or hot wine and hot chocolate, and grabbed some more snacks. This time we had some poutine, which we found at a Canadian booth, so maybe it's not the most traditional, but it sure was warm and delicious. One of the most notable things about being in Metz was how few people spoke English here compared to the larger and more touristy city of Paris. Although we clearly didn't know enough French to have full conversations, it was so interesting to be completely immersed in this small French town and to have to work to communicate with all of the people there. On the other hand, the best part about Metz was that our Airbnb was only about 50 yards or less from the Place Saint-Louis Christmas market, whereas our Paris Airbnb was a 40-minute walk to one of the closest Christmas markets at the Tuileries Gardens. So after we finished our snack, we made one more round of the market before heading back to our Airbnb for a quick break from the cold. After taking some time to rest and warm up, it was time to venture back out to check out one of the other markets in town at the Place d'Armes and to see what other yummy snacks we could find. When we arrived at the market, we were greeted by the sight of the beautiful Metz Cathedral. There was yet another giant Ferris wheel, which we knew would be even colder than the one we went on in Paris, so we decided to skip that this time. There was also more of the classic wooden stalls offering a large variety of food and drinks. However, since it was the first Saturday in December, the streets were quickly starting to fill up and get very crowded as it began to get darker. Despite the large crowds, we did decide to wait in line for some churros, and it was definitely worth the wait to have them fresh out of the fryer. Haley had been looking forward to trying these all day, and we all thought they were incredible, especially served with a side of Nutella. Then we made our way back to the market at the Place Saint-Louis by our apartment for one last carousel ride and for some more filling foods before heading back for bed. Warm you to the core? Metz is such a beautiful place, and we are so glad that we got to experience the Christmas markets outside of a major city. My biggest regret is that we only planned for one day there because we would have loved more time to walk around and explore the city during the day and see all of the sights before it was time to pack up and move on to our next stop. Thank you for tuning in to see our short and sweet stay in the French town of Metz, and we hope that you will continue to follow along with all of our European adventures on this trip. Next week, we are headed to Germany, so we hope that you will come back to see all of our fun as we head into a new country. If you are enjoying following along with our travels, or if you aren't even sure where to start on planning your family vacations, make sure you subscribe to our channel and check out all of our family travel tip videos for helping you feel confident in planning your next family adventure. You can also follow us on Instagram at @explore. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.